Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's ride is something that a lot of us can do from Sydney. It's especially good if you're after a bit of gravel road. The first section of the ride is through the Olney State Forest, which is a bit of a playground for dirt bikes and adventure bikes. And then the second section is Murray's Run itself, which is a run through some farmland. It's mainly gravel road, but it starts off from the small town of Cooranbong, which you get to by going up the M1 motorway from Sydney, coming out along Martinsville Road, which is a tar road. That quickly enters the Olney State Forest, where the road turns to gravel. Now, the Olney State Forest has as much or as little challenge to it as you like. The main run through is just a well-graded gravel road with a bit of loose gravel to make things a bit exciting. And then you come up through Murray's Run here, and then eventually head back down towards Sydney, down Peats Ridge Road, back towards Gosford and the freeway. Even from the Martinsville Road section, you're really going through some beautiful forest, and it's not too long before you hit the gravel. One of the great things about the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally is that you can adjust the riding mode to suit the terrain. So it's definitely worth changing from road settings over to the off-road mode. You can also use Off-Road Pro, but I prefer to have a little bit of ABS, which just the regular off-road leaves you with. Now, the Olney State Forest is different to a national park. A state forest can be used for timber, and the general regulations are a little bit easier in the state forest. So things like camping and making fires and bringing pets and that sort of thing is a bit easier in state forests. If you feel like practicing any techniques, some of these big cleared areas are pretty good. There's all kinds of terrain there, and you can play around at whatever your skill level is. All looks a bit post-apocalyptic out here with no trees, but this is state forest, not national park, so they do just use the forest as a resource and replant. After playing around a bit in the cleared spaces, it's time to get back on the road and continue on through Olney State Forest. You can see by this stage we've come about 25 kilometres from Cooranbong, and we've got about 25 kilometres more to go to get out the other side of the state forest. This road to the right just before you get to Murray's Run has been closed for quite a while, so once that's open I might pop up and have a look and see what's up there in a future video. But going on towards Murray's Run, we can look forward to running through some of that beautiful farmland on the way out to Peats Ridge Road. Now at this point I decide to change the front suspension settings to something a bit more off-road friendly, and I'll do a full video on how to change these suspension settings on the Tiger 900 Rally, because it really does make an unbelievable difference to the riding experience, especially when you're going off-road. So at this point we finally come out of the forest itself and into farmland. Depending on the season, this little river to the right can be running quite fast, and it's just a beautiful sight to see the little river. For newer riders, one tip when going past a car on a gravel road is to slow down and keep as far to the left as you can, not just for general safety but also because rocks sort of can be flying up and can hit you pretty sharply on the face. There's some rich farmland out here, and it looks like some more modern horse studs have come up over the last few years, but Murray's Run itself has quite an interesting history. And there was even a period where people thought they might be able to find gold here. Well, all good things have to come to an end sooner or later, so I pull over here to reset my suspension and heading left back down Peats Ridge Road towards Sydney. This whole ride is a great little day trip from Sydney, so you've got about an hour of freeway, an hour of interesting gravel roads, and then you've got the windy Peats Ridge Road heading back to Sydney. This road is especially good on a sport bike, but the good old Triumph Tiger 900 actually does a pretty good job of it. Well, thanks again for watching, guys. My knee is healing up beautifully, and so I should be able to get to some slightly more adventurous places in the next video. If you want to see the video that started it all, I will link it up to the right here. Thanks, and bye for now.